I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wentz going to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do, and we're talking about Jason Kelce now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 132 yards, and a touchdown. Mayfield.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going in second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Darius Geis with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
False start, offense.
That'll make it 1st and 15. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Point it right.
To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to John Ross. A gain of 32 that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, this 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Geis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have that.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
54, right there, 54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 17 yards out as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
23 yards on the play. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, arguably, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. Mayfield now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On the delay, Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Third and long for Mayfield. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. This is Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first is Lynch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the 2nd half in Week 8 in the NFL. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And with a
flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Now Wentz. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Breaks through the contact. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 49 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9. Wentz. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud. For that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Vaughn. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch him between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
They come out here in the eye.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
The previous play is under review.
So they get the one-score kickoff. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
61, matchbox lights.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
To throw, it's Wentz. Looking sideline, incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 16 yards, a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here's Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Mayfield to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wentz going to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check it back, check it back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Wentz now on first down. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Working from the gun. Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Vaughn. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. Now he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a run with Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.